Welcome everybody to the webinar. My name is Eric Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. I'm very excited to be with you this evening. Tonight, we're going to talk about how to get started right with Teamzy and become a power hour boss. Teamzy is designed to help you get all of your income producing activities done in less than an hour a day. Pretty cool, right? So tonight, I'm going to take you through how to set Teamzy up the right way, the most efficient workflows on crushing that power hour so you can get everything done. So you can feel accomplished every day, crossing that finish line, knowing that you're doing exactly what you need to be doing in your business to build it that day. So let's dive right in. I've got a quick presentation for you. Now, at the end, after the training, I'm going to do Q&A. So if you've got questions that come up during the presentation, or maybe you already have some, put them right in the Q&A queue. It's right on the bottom of your screen there, so that we can save those and I'll answer them all at the end of the call. Okay. So get started right with Teamzy, become a power hour boss. Just a little background on me for those of you who haven't met me. I told you I'm the creator and CEO of Teamzy. My background's actually in business coaching and consulting. I've been a professional business coach for 16 years, helping people build their business. I fell into the network marketing direct sales industry about 4 years ago by accident. I found some products that really helped me. They changed my life, actually, and I was just excited to share them with people that I cared about. I didn't even really realize there was a business opportunity there. Once I figured out that there was a pretty awesome business opportunity, I took a look at it and I said, you know, this might be a great thing for me to start up on the side. The challenge was I just didn't have any time. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that. I just had no time. I had maybe 1 hour a day. And so I started looking. This is the first thing I would tell a client of mine is go find some tools to leverage your time. So I started looking for some tools to help me leverage my time. I figured there must be something out there. There's professional tools for people building businesses in every industry. Why wouldn't there be for direct sales? So I was looking for a system that would let me do these things in just that 1 hour that I had. I needed a way to stay in touch with all of my contacts. Actually stay in touch. And this is what I've been teaching people for 16 years, that if you can create and deepen relationships in a systematic way, you'll have plenty of business all the time. So I wanted a way to stay in touch with all my contacts. I needed to know when to contact them and when not to contact them. In other words, I only have an hour. I don't have time to look at lists and try to figure out who to connect with today. I need a system that just says, Eric, this is it. These are the people. Go connect with them today. And also I needed a way to figure out how to start conversations with people quickly and efficiently. What I found myself doing was staring at my screen, trying to figure out the perfect message, reading people's entire Facebook feeds and Instagram feeds, trying to figure out like, how can I connect with this person? And I would get stuck. I wanted to find a system that just, boom, this is what I can say to start a conversation quickly and efficiently. And make sure that I had a way to follow up seamlessly so that nobody ever falls through the cracks. So I started looking around for things out there. Oh, there's one more thing that I had to have, and it had to be easy for me to use. Had to be easy for me to use. I'm really not that great with complicated technology. I believe technology is here to make our lives easier, not more complicated. You know, and coming from corporate America, having to use a CRM at work, man, I hated that thing. Some of you guys can relate. It was so complicated. I hated it. I used to write notes on a sticky note, pass it to an assistant and ask him, can you please put this in the CRM and log it for me? So I needed to find something that was easy enough for me to use. So you guys know the story. It didn't exist. It still doesn't exist anywhere else, but we built it. We built it, and it's Teamzy. It's what I'm going to show you guys right now. Just to give you a little bit of background on just about 3.5 years in business now with Teamzy, we've had more than 80,000 network marketers use Teamzy, which is incredible. We're in like 15 countries now. It's unbelievable. And our active users right now are averaging 21 new customers and 9 recruits over a 90-day period. Okay, 21 new customers and 9 recruits over a 90-day period. That's not bad. We'll take it. We'll take that as our average. So I just wanted to give you that background. Okay, let's dive out real quick and take a look at Teamzy. Somewhere here. Let's see here. Do I have it? Yeah, I do have it. Here we go. Okay, so first off, I want you guys to know, if you're not already using Teamzy, you go to teamzy.com and you can start a free trial of Teamzy. We give it to you for free for 30 days. You have full access. We don't want your credit card number or anything like that to try it out. I want you to use it for a full month because that's enough time for you to generate sales, okay? If you do what I'm going to show you right now, you'll generate sales your first month. And that's what I want. I want you to have fun, fall in love, and of course, love to be part of your success story. Have you be an ongoing customer of ours at Teamzy. But let's start it with 30 days free so that you can build some momentum. So when you get to teamzy.com and start your free trial, you'll drop into the setup wizard. That's what I have on my screen. I'm going to walk you through it real quick. Let's see here. Hold on a second. You guys don't need to see the entire screen. Let me just share the window. There you go. Less distracting that way. There you go. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do in the setup wizard is we're going to set an income goal. We're going to set an income goal. Okay. You've got this little slider. You can slide it to wherever your income goal is. This is the annual income level you'd like to be at a year from now. Okay. The annual income level you'd like to be at a year from now. So how much do you want to be earning? My goal was 150,000. Let me put it back there. Now notice as I move this, it actually changes how much activity I need to do each day. See, Teamzy takes your income goal and it tells you exactly what to do each day to get there within a year. So you actually know what to do. Wow, how cool is that? You have a game plan now. You know exactly what you need to be doing in your business. You can help your downline the same way. You can duplicate this. What do you want to be doing? Great, here's what you should be doing each day, right? So in my case, it's connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, and 4 distributors each day, right? So that's 19 people a day. I can do that. Honestly, I could do that in 15 minutes in Teamzy, but let's say it takes you 30 minutes. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. These are connects, just connecting, just reaching out to connect, say hello, make their day, okay? I call it the make someone's day mindset. That's where I want you to live. I want you to get in the make someone's day mindset. Your goal is not to just cold invite people to try to recruit them or sell them. You just want to start out with a hello and make their day, okay? And I'm going to hit continue. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get all your contacts into Teamzy. So they're all in one place, organized. No more chasing after pads of paper you can't find or you left in the other room or, sticky notes. Oh my gosh. Are they on my phone? Do I need to look through Facebook Messenger to find them? How do I find the contact information on this person? Oh my gosh, what's the name of that person I just met at the store? Look, we're going to get you organized. You're going to put it all in Teamzy. We're going to get your team in from your back office, your customer list. We're going to get all your Facebook friends list into Teamzy. Everybody's going to be in one place, organized. Okay. All right. So once you get all those in, and we've got there were some great tutorial instructions on that page to help you out. If you run into any trouble with any of that stuff, I want you guys to know we've got a full help center here on the left with videos and FAQs and all that. But also you can just click help and get a human being to help you. Okay, we've got an amazing team. They'll help you through anything. They'll answer any questions you have. If you need it, they'll even schedule a one-on-one Zoom appointment with you, and they'll walk you through anything you need to be walked through. Okay, it's just one of the services we provide at Teamzy. Okay, so now we've got everything set up. We've got our contacts in. There's one more thing that I want you to do for setting up Teamzy, and this is an important piece. I'll show you how to do it right now. But what we're going to do next is we're going to actually give a ranking to all of our contacts. You notice the people on the dashboard here have numbers next to their name. This is like on a 5-star scale, like you're ranking Netflix or something. It's 5 stars. It's a 5-star scale. We rank everybody on 5 stars. Why? That way Teamzy knows who to give you each day on your list. It's intelligent. Once you've ranked people, Teamzy creates your list automatically for you. You will never have to plan or think ever. You just go into Teamzy on your phone or your computer, your iPad, whatever, and you just say, who's up next? Boom, that's who I'm going to connect with. And just know that nobody can get lost. Nobody can get skipped. It's just going to cycle people through. It's so cool. Okay, so let me show you how to do this. I'm going to toggle over to the team page. On the left side, the team page is where your entire database lives. It's your complete list of contacts, okay? Now, I know you probably think of your team as the people you've recruited, your downline, but I want you to think bigger than that. In relationship marketing, which is what Teamzy is all about, yeah, your downline's part of your team. Your customers are also supporting your business. That's part of your team. Your friends and family and all the people you know could bring people to your business. So that's your team. Every person in the world is your team. I want you to think that way, okay? So the team page is where the full list is. What we're going to do is I'm going to turn on rank mode right here. Rank mode lets me scroll my list quickly and change people's ranks just by clicking on it, okay? I can go down or up. Now notice something. Everybody that comes into Teamzy, they default to 3 stars. So the first time you come in here, everybody will be a 3-star. So you don't actually have to rank everybody on your list. I don't want you to get overwhelmed by that. But what I do want you to do is scan your list for your favorite people that you think would be a 4 or 5-star and rank them up. This is really important because I want you guys to understand. In relationship marketing, 80% of your business comes from 20% of your contacts. Does this make sense? You guys have heard of the 80-20 rule. 80% of your business comes from 20% of your contacts. You want to make sure that those 20%, the people you feel are your best people, come up first and more often, right? They come up first more often. So here's what the star ranks mean in Teamzy. A 5-star, that's somebody that you feel is likely to become a customer or distributor. Or maybe they're an existing distributor or customer that are rock stars. The 5-star people are your best friends, your closest family. Those people show up on a Teamzy dashboard every 30 days. 5-star people come back every 30 days just to connect and stay in touch, right? So you can continue to build a relationship. 4-star people, those are people that you feel might become a distributor or customer with a little bit of nurturing. Okay, they've got some potential. They're also the people already on your team or your customers that are good people. They're solid performers. You know, they're not your hottest favorite people, but they're good, solid people. And these are your friends and family, just not your closest inner circle of friends and family. So 4-star people are going to come back on your Teamzy dashboard every 60 days. Okay, 5 stars come back every 30. 4 stars come back every 60. 3-star people could go either way. 3-star people you don't really know about. In fact, most of the people you know will be 3 stars. And they show up every 90 days. So they're cycling back 4 times a year. They're coming up. You're just connecting and staying in touch. Okay, 2 stars show up every 120 days. Does this make sense? The more stars somebody has, the sooner they're going to be on your list and the more often they'll come back. Okay, everybody that's in Teamzy automatically cycles through your dashboard. You never have to create follow-ups or anything just to stay in touch with people. That's all done for you automatically. Does it make sense? So once you're done with this, you can toggle out. Go back to the dashboard. And now Teamzy's created my up next lists and I'm ready to start my power hour. Okay. All right. So let's do this. I'll show you a couple things on the dashboard real quick as we do this. See where it says today's activities. These are the goals that we set in setup. So you can see my goals there was to connect with 9 prospects. I've got 0 done so far, right? Connect with 6 customers and connect with 4 distributors. Okay, those are your daily goals. Now, just so you guys know, so that you know that we're not slave drivers here, this is based on a 5-day work week. Okay, it's daily, but 5-day work week. So you've got a little bit of time to just be normal and have a life. Okay, the next goal here is invites. We didn't talk about that yet. We talked about connects. Connects just being a make someone's day, you know, starting a conversation type of hello, greeting. An invite is when you invite somebody to learn about your business, to join your team, to buy a product. Okay, an invite. So my goal here is to invite 3 people today. I'm going to connect with 19 people, combination of prospects, customers, and distributors. And then I'm going to invite, out of those conversations, I'm going to create the opportunity to invite 3 people. Why is that? Because I only want to invite people when they're interested in being invited. Okay. The whole thing that's being taught in our industry where you just slam your list with a cold invite and, you know, the 1% that say, yeah, cool, I'm interested. Great. You build a team on them. What happened to the 99% of the other people you know? They're totally turned off and pushed away, right? And you felt icky doing it. Whereas a huge chunk of those people will be interested, but you got to invest in them. You have to spend some time getting to know them, talking to them, you know, letting them know that you really care about them. And I'll talk about that in a second. So that's why we connect with people first and have conversations and we discover interest. When we discover interest, we invite them, okay? And I'll show you what we do with those invites. We put them on our follow-ups list and we follow up with them like a pro. Now ads, the last goal here on the dashboard, ads are just new people you're putting in Teamzy. You're just always wanting to add people to Teamzy. You're always wanting to put new people in. It's like fresh water, okay? You want fresh water coming into your lake that is your business. So always focus on adding new people. Okay, so those are our daily goals. Connect with prospects, customers, distributors, do 3 invites, add 3 people to the list. So now we're ready to do the power hour. See this power hour module right here in the center of my screen? This is where the magic happens. Now let me explain how this is set up. The left side are my who's up next lists. Okay, there's 4 of them. The first one is prospects. Then I've got one for customers, then distributors, and then my follow-ups list. Okay. All right. Now on the right-hand side, that's where I log the conversation as I do it. So when I connect with the first person on my list, I'll log it here and save it right in Teamzy, so I don't have to go back and log later. So whether you're working on your computer or your phone, let Teamzy tell you who's next, message them and log it right then. You don't ever have to go back and do filing, do paperwork later. Make sense? All right, so let's get started. A couple things too. Each one of these lists only gives me 5 names at a time. That's on purpose. That's so I can't get overwhelmed and so I stay focused, right? You've got everybody in Teams. You go to the team page, you get the full list. You can look people up in the lookup bar, but the power hour is to keep you focused. Make sense? Okay. First person on my list is Lisa Swain. I'm going to send her a message. I'm going to just connect with her. Now, this is where I used to get stuck. What the heck am I going to say to Jay? Right? Maybe I've never talked to her before. Maybe we're just Facebook friends or something, and we've never connected. Maybe I haven't talked to her since high school. Whatever the case may be, I used to overthink this. So over time, I figured out what got the best result was just a simple, I call it a make your day icebreaker script. So after we had Teamzy out for about 2 years, we added my scripts library because people were like, oh my gosh, these things that you say in our trainings, how do we get those? So I just put it right in here for you guys. It's just in there. So see where it says scripts? Just click on that and grab a script. We'll grab one for Facebook. Let's see. I'm just going to grab number 1, connect number 1. Here's the script. Hi, Jane. Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. So simple, right? So simple. This is like the workhorse. So I'm going to copy that script. Let me just show you how easy this is, okay? So I'm going to paste it in Teamzy so that I can just edit it a little before I send it. So I got the name is right. Her name's Jay. I want to put a little emoticons in here. Let me just pick a couple. Right? The emoticons, make sure it's light and happy. So look, now that I've got my script just the way I want it, I'm going to copy that script and toggle over to Facebook, which I have open right here, and send it. Okay. Send message. See how easy this is? Boom. Done. Now I'm going to toggle back to Teamzy and log it. So notice this big blue button that says log connect. That's how you log a connect. Just click it. Now it's done. I've sent the message and logged it in Teamzy. 1 done, 8 left. Next person is Julianne. I'm just going to use that same script still on my clipboard. Just paste it in there. Change the name. Did I spell it right? Yep, Julianne. So again, what I'll do is I'll copy this, toggle over to Facebook, send it. Now, you know, I'm using Facebook Messenger because that's my favorite way to connect with people because it gets a great response rate. You could text them, you can Instagram direct message them, however you want to connect with people. Okay. You can log all those in Teamzy. You see all the list of things you could log. So there's the idea. So we'll send it in Facebook, log it, boom, done. 2 done, 7 left. I'm just going to go down my list. The truth is I could use that same script. You know, I had in my list, I think I have 2,800 people. So I could use that same script all the way through one time before I even change scripts. It's fine because nobody's going to go, oh, he said hello to me too. It's such a simple script. Does this make sense? You can customize the conversation once it starts. So I'm going to go down my list. My goal was 9 prospects. I'm just going to send out a quick icebreaker script to 9 people right down the list. Even if I see a name and I barely recognize it, or I see a name and I'm like, ooh, just send it anyways. Just send it anyways. Okay, just send it anyways. Trust me. So when I've got all those 9 out, I'll toggle over and start working my customer list. Now, just 2 pro tips on this. Some people will respond right away. Don't get off focus and start having a conversation yet. Just spend a few more minutes to get all your outgoing messages done so that you don't get sidetracked, okay? It won't take very long to get through your whole list. The other tip I have for you is do not worry about the people who don't respond. You know, about half the people won't respond at all. Don't worry about them because they're in Teamzy. They're going to come back automatically. They're just going to come back again. 30, 60, 90 days, they'll show up again. You message them again then. Don't worry about them. Don't even think about them. Honestly, if you get a 50% response rate, you're going to be so busy by Friday. Starting on Monday, you'll be so busy on Friday talking to the people who did respond, you won't have time to think about the not responders, okay? Now we're going to work our customer list the same way. First person on my list is Dana. I'll go to my scripts. I'm going to grab a little script for Dana. Do me a favor, guys. In the chat, just you don't all have to do it, but just throw up what company you're with, just really quick. And we'll customize this. So I'm going to get a script for Dana. Let's just do, let's see, whoever throws it in first, I'm going to use yours. Unique. Unique, great. How are you enjoying? Oh my gosh. So, Sonia, please forgive me if I blow this because it's not. I'm not exactly the demographic. But look, hi John. All right. Oh, wait. First of all, let me copy the script. Okay. So we copy the script. Boom. Paste it in for Dana. Hi Dana. How are you enjoying your new palette? How's that? Oh, is that a good one? Please send me an update. Did I spell it wrong? No, that's not right. It changed it to some sort of industrial palette. I think it's 1L. How are you enjoying your new palette? Please send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. Okay, you get the idea. You can customize this. It's so simple, right? To whatever they're using. Okay, so the first thing I can think of. All right, let's see. So look, I'll send this to Dana. Just checking in. Just checking in. How are you enjoying it? Send me an update. Let me know how I could be of help. By the way, that is my favorite phrase for connecting with people. Send me an update. Let me know how I can help. Because I have no idea what's going on with her. But the chances are really good. She's going to say, the palette's great, but I really need to add something else. Or I really need this. Or I saw your demo the other day. Sonia, I saw your demo the other day, and I want to know about this eyelash stuff. Cool. When you're reaching out to people, just so you guys know, just staying in, do you guys see how easy this is though? You just put all your customers in here. You don't have to worry about the schedule. Just every day, just message a couple of them. Okay. But what happens is when you're connecting with your customers on a regular basis, just connecting with them, just being present, they will order more products, okay? And they will retain longer. They will order more products and retain longer just because you're in touch with them, okay? I love this one, by the way. Hi, Jane, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day, okay? So again, if I wanted to use that one with Andy, I would post it in here. I'd change the name to Andy, maybe put a couple of emoticons, make sure I go actually send this to them through Facebook, right? And then log it in Teamzy. So when I'm done connecting with my customers, in this example, it was 6 customers for today. I'm just gonna chip away at my customers a few every day based on my income goal. Make sense? So I'm gonna do my 6 connecting with customers, and then I'm gonna toggle over to distributors. Oh, by the way, one more cool thing happens when you're in touch with customers, besides the fact that they order more and they retain longer. How many of you, there's a little button that lets you raise your hand. How many of you would like to have some more great customers in your business? Do you know where to go get them? Like, would you be listening to me if you knew where to go get the customers right now? You'd go get them, right? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you where all the great customers are hiding. The best place to find a new customer is from your current customer, right? The best place to find a new customer is from your current customer. Think about it. You've got customers who love your products, right? What does every single human being do when they love something? They tell other people about it. We can't help ourselves. They tell other people about it. So think about this. Your customers, think about a customer right now that you love, like they're like your favorite customer. That person's talking about your business right now with somebody else. They've already talked about it with other people. Did you know that 86% of North Americans say they make their buying decisions based on the recommendation of a friend? So your customer is talking to their friends who are now very likely to make the buying decision because their friend recommended it to them. My question is, are you in touch with your customers enough so that you can get introduced to the people they're talking to? You need to get introduced to them. You need to ask them. Sonia, I know you've been really enjoying your new palette. Is there anybody you care about who needs more information on how to get this? Is there anybody I can help? Okay. So just ask them. And then if they say, yeah, I was actually talking to Susie the other day, great. Could you introduce me to her? Just whatever's easiest for you, Sonia, just, a group chat on Facebook or text. Just introduce me and I'll get them some more information. If they're interested, I'll take care of them. Okay. Step 1 to getting introduced to all the friends and family of your customers is just being in touch with them. If you haven't talked to them since they made their order and then you suddenly message them and say, who do you know who needs to learn about this? They're going to be like, what a jerk. So stay in touch. Okay. Where am I? Back to Teamzy. So you're going to connect with your customers. And then when you're done with each list for the day, that little circle goes all the way, in this case, all the way pink. That one goes all the way blue. So then I'm going to go to my distributor list. Now, of course, I see in the chat, we've got people from all kinds of different companies, right? So if you were in Unique, this would say presenters. If you were in Juice Plus, oh, it'd still say distributors. So this is going to be customized for you guys based on your which network you're in. I'm using what's called Teamzy Standard. It's our generic one. So if you're in a network that we don't have a custom version for yet, you'd be in this version, Teamzy Standard. Okay, so distributors, that's your team. That's the people that are on your team. You're going to stay in touch with them the same way. Just reach out and connect. Send them a message. Let them know you're thinking of them. You're proud of them, right? You're here for them because they've disappeared, whatever. Quick connects with your team. Your team needs a relationship with you. I just want you guys to know something weird happened in the last 5 years where leaders stopped staying in touch with their team. They're relying on Facebook groups to do it or Zoom calls and things like that. And they're losing that personal connection, which is why the turnover rate the last few years, I believe, has been so terrible in our business. People will stay if they're connected to you and to the team. This is just going to make it easy for you to stay connected. Does this make sense? It's like, if you want to deepen a relationship, here's a principle, guys, that you need to know. There's only one way to deepen a relationship. It's to connect and invest time. It's to invest time and connect one-on-one with somebody. That's the only way to deepen a relationship. Sending somebody a message doesn't take a lot of time, but it takes a little time. That gives it value, and it's one-on-one. Make sense? Prospects, customers, distributors. It took me a while to describe that, but if you were just doing this, using my scripts and firing them off, do you guys see how you could have done those 19 connects in 15 minutes? Totally. But let's say it took you 30 because you're new. That's totally fine too. What do I do with the other half of my power hour? The other half of the power hour is to work your follow-ups list. Okay, now when you get to the follow-ups list, you'll see that it's empty. Like, you have to put people on this list. This one is not automatic like the connect lists are. So how do people get on the follow-ups list? Let me show you how this works. So remember in the beginning, we were messaging people. I messaged my friend Jay. Great. So Jay responds, something basic like, thanks, Eric. Thanks for reaching out. It's been, a long time. We're great. Great to hear from you, right? Something like that. Great. So now my goal is to try to have a conversation with her. I won't be successful every time. Some people, if I haven't ever talked to them or whatever, they might just give me a 2-word answer the first time I connect. That's okay. I'm going to keep connecting over time and warm them up. But let's say she says something like that. So I'm going to say, well, awesome. Send me an update. Tell me what you've been doing. What are you guys doing for the summer? Anything fun? I'm just going to try to talk to her. And if I can get her talking to me, messaging me back and forth, giving me an update on her life and what's going on, and I can ask questions to do that. What I'm going to listen for are some way to help her. The first thing I want to do with Jay, the first thing I wanted to do, I did with my first message, was just to make her day and get her to smile. The second thing I want to do is find a way to help her. And it doesn't have to be related to my business. Obviously, that'd be awesome, right? But it could be anything. It could be anything. She needs she's got a leaky roof. Oh my gosh, I know a great roofer. I'll send you the number right now. That would be helpful, right? It doesn't matter what it is. Find a way to help them, okay? If she says that she's interested in something, like, great. After you get off, do a quick Google search and find a great article and send it to her. Say, hey, I saw this article. I was thinking about it after we talked about you. Whatever, just invest. Show a little help. Make sense? So as we're talking, she's telling me all about her life. Guess what? I'm going to get a turn to talk about my life too, right? It's called the law of reciprocity. She's going to tell me about her life, and then she's going to be totally fine hearing about mine. And I'm going to tell her all the great things that are happening in my life because of my business. Here's what I want you to share. Write this down. I want you to share what you do and why you're passionate about it. What you do and why you're passionate about it. When I got started in this, I was a Beachbody coach. Some of you guys know the backstory. I was a Beachbody coach when I started this, and I personally lost 62 pounds, and it changed my life, changed my health, changed all the aches and pains I had in my life, went away. I had tons of energy for my kids, and my business allowed me to leave my job and be home with my kids. And so I would tell people, I don't know if you know that I recently lost 62 pounds, and it was life-changing. Oh, wow, good for you. Yeah, and I found that I'm passionate now helping other people do the same. So I've been focusing on helping people get healthy and lose weight, and it's been great. I've been able to leave my job and be home with my kids. I tell people what you do and why you're passionate about it. What is it that you do and why you're passionate about it? Wow, that's really great, Eric. This makes sense? What you do and why you're passionate about it. Not like, hey, I'm trying to sell you something. That's really great. And, depending on how excited they are about what you're saying, you can just ask something simple, guys, like, would you like some more information on what I'm doing? Would you like to learn more about it yourself? That's it. And if they say yes, if Jay says, yeah, I am interested, great. Now I'm going to invite her to something. Okay. If she says, no, thanks, great. Now I'm going to plant a seed with her. I'm going a little deeper than I usually do on my webinar, my Wednesday webinar. Do you guys mind? Is this okay? Okay. She says, no, excuse me, I'm getting over a wicked cough here. She says, no, not interested. Great. Do me a favor. Jay, first off, Jay, it was great reconnecting with you. Thanks for taking some time to talk to me today. She's going to say, me too. And say, could you do me a favor? If you do come across anybody who needs help with the problem I solve, in my case, if you come across anybody who needs to lose some weight or regain their health, could you connect them with me? Because it's my passion to help as many people as I can. Could you connect them with me? Yeah, I'll do that. Sure thing. I'll keep an ear out, or I'll keep an eye out for you, Eric. Great. So I've planted a seed with her. That's it. And now we've had a great conversation. She knows what I do and why I'm passionate about it. I guarantee you, she's interested in learning more. She just is afraid that she's going to get pitched the network marketing pitch right now. So you know what's going to happen? She's going to go to my Facebook and Instagram and see what's going on. And she's going to be following me. And then in 2-3 months, when she comes on Teamzy again and I connect again, that relationship, that conversation will have moved a bit. Make sense? Now, for the ones that say, yeah, I'm interested in learning more now, let me show you how to do it. This is how we get them on our follow-ups list. First off, I need to get to Jay's record because she's not on my dashboard anymore. So I'm going to use this lookup bar at the top. You just type in a little bit of the name, they pop right up. Okay. This takes me, now I'm on the team page on Jay's record. Okay. So let's open the connect box by clicking the big blue connect box. Now it looks just like it did on the dashboard, right? See right here on the bottom left where it says invite. I'm going to click that. Now, right now it's set to the default, which is just connect. I'm going to move that. So let's say she is interested in learning more about the business. I'm going to schedule, let's say I'll put her on a 3-way call with my upline and me. Okay. So I'm going to invite her to that. Let's just put it in there. So now I'm setting that up. Now notice right here, this little calendar just turned yellow. That means that she's now on my follow-ups list. Okay. She's now on my follow-ups list. So let's say I could get her on a team call today. Hey, a 3-way call today. Jay, are you going to do you have some time right now? Yeah. Let's jump on the phone real quick. I've actually have an appointment time right now with my upline. She's available. If you can jump on a call, we can kind of tell you a little bit about what we're doing. And it's a great opportunity to ask questions to an expert, somebody who's really successful in this business. Okay, great. She's in. So now I'm going to as I log this in Teamzy, I'm going to set my follow-up for tomorrow, right? Because I want to follow up with her the next day. So I'm just going to put on here upline support call. Just a little note, right? Okay, so I'm going to log this one. I'm logging it in Teamzy, okay? Now, I might put notes in there about the call, right? This is just an example. So when I go to my dashboard, a couple things happen. Notice there's an invite log. So that's how an invite gets logged, when you log it that way as a connect with an invite, okay? And on my follow-ups list, you can see Jay's on my follow-ups list now, and she's due tomorrow. Okay, so you have conversations with people when they're interested. You invite them to something. You log it in Teamzy and set a follow-up, and then they move to your follow-ups list. Jay is going to live. Now that I've found that Jay's interested in learning about this business, I am going to keep her on my follow-ups list. I'm going to follow up like a pro until she converts. Now, let me just kind of explain that. First, let me just show you how to do the follow-up. It's really easy. Okay. So you're doing your power hour. You connect with prospects, customers, distributors, like I just showed you. Then you come to your follow-ups list, and I'm going to use Jay as my example. When she's due, she's actually due tomorrow, but you get the idea. I'm going to do the same thing I did for regular connect. I'll go to scripts. This time I'm going to get a follow-up script. Look, I've got follow-up number 1. By the way, my 10 follow-up scripts, which I refined over 16 years, are in Teamzy, numbered for you. You can't mess this up. Seriously, I've made it so easy for you guys. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? That's my follow-up number 1. So what I'll do is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to set it in here, change the name to Jay, get it just the way I want it, right? Couple tips on sending these messages. A lot of people try to get rid of, so there she is on Facebook. I'm going to actually send this message live. A lot of people try to delete the names off the scripts to save time. Like they put, hey girl, right? Instead of the name. Just a little pro tip. Leave the name. A couple things happen when you use their name. One, they know it's personal. Remember, the only way to deepen a relationship is personal connection and investment of time. They know it's personal, not a blast. And Facebook also sees it as personal. So there's two good reasons why you should keep the name. All right, so look, I'm gonna log that connect now, but before I log it, this is a follow-up, right? So I need to set a new follow-up. Otherwise, she's just gonna default back into my list. So I'm gonna follow up now, let's say 2 days later. So set that next follow-up and then log it so she stays on the follow-ups list. Does this make sense? You want to keep them on the follow-ups list. Some people may take a year on that follow-ups list before they close. Some people will close in a couple of days. But as soon as somebody's interested, now they're in a special follow-up list. Okay? You're going to ask them questions, find out what they need, and then you're going to present them an offer. Okay? Based on their need. You're going to invite them to join your team. You're going to invite them to get a certain product blend package that's going to support their needs, and then you're going to follow up. Okay? So let me just explain a couple of things. I showed you how easy it is to do the follow-up and schedule it again in Teamzy. That part is easy. But you need to understand, guys, that 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. They all happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. And most people in our business, they follow up 3 or 4 times and they call it done. And they're like, why am I getting nothing but crickets? How many of you have had somebody, take your hands down from the last question. How many of you have had somebody who was really interested and you felt like they were interested, you were all excited, you probably went on a team call, told everybody about your new prospect, and then when you went to follow up, you got nothing but crickets. And you're like, what happened? I hear the term all the time is that somebody's ghosting me. And honestly, I don't believe 99% of the time people aren't ghosting you. They're just not responding. There's totally difference. The intent is the difference. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. If you really want to help people, if you have a heart to help people in this business, you have to follow up more because you can't help them until they make that first step, right? So I want you to understand that if your heart is to help people, following up is the only tool you have to help them. Your product doesn't matter if they don't have it in their hands. So this is why I want you to adopt my mantra. It's this: following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. Write it down on a little sticky note or somewhere and keep it where you can see it. Following up is an act of love. Remind yourself that. Now, I know that you're probably concerned about being annoying, right? You don't want to be a pest. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do it. There is a way to follow up so that people are excited about you following up. They will actually thank you for it, and they'll never be annoyed by you. You want to learn these? First off, just use my scripts and you've got it down. You don't have to worry about it, okay? But here are the rules. The first rule is this: when you're following up with somebody, and I'm going to stop in a second and start doing your questions. When you're following up with somebody, don't ask them to do anything in the follow-up. Don't ask them to do anything. Don't ask them to call you or message you back or even to respond. They don't have to do anything in the follow-up, okay? That's the first thing, because as soon as you put a little homework on it, now it's kind of annoying, especially if they're very busy right now. The second rule is this: your follow-up has to be presented in a way they can read. They have to be able to read it, right? I like Facebook Messenger myself, text message. Those are great ways to follow up. They have to be able to read it. No voice messages, no video messages. They have to be able to read it, okay? And it needs to be short. They have to be able to read the entire message without opening it. So on the lock screen of their phone, in other words, 2 lines maximum. Let me explain why. Most of the time when you message somebody, it comes at the worst time possible. Have you noticed that you get messages when you cannot respond to them? Like your kids are going nuts or whatever, you're driving your car, whatever. You've got you're making dinner. I was just, right before I got on this call, I was putting dinner together for my family. And I was preparing a raw chicken, right? And I was fully in up to both wrists in this raw chicken, preparing it. What happens if you text me right then? Is there any way I'm going to respond to you? No way. But you know what I will do? I'll look over at my phone and I'll want to see what it says, right? I have an iPhone 10, so it sees my face and it expands the message for me on the lock screen so I can see it. I want to see it, but there's no way I'm going to open it. And your people are the same way. They're not going to open it because they don't want you to see that they've opened it, because they don't want to feel like a jerk for not responding right now. Okay? So don't ask them to do anything. Keep it short, sweet, and written. And then they can get the message and they can see it. They can scan it and they will always receive it. All you want to do is every few days or whatever is the appropriate amount of time based on how long you've been following up, you just want to stay top of mind. You want to remind them how excited they were. Okay. Now, the vast majority of people will not respond to any messages until maybe the 6th or 7th follow-up will get your first response. And this is why some of you are thinking about people right now going, oh my gosh, I stopped too soon. So just understand that. And around sixth time, they'll go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I haven't responded to you. They'll tell you why. Oh my, this happened and then that happened and this happened. Thank you so much for staying in touch with me. They will really appreciate it. I want you guys to know this. Professionals stay in touch. Teamzy will make it easy for you. People will understand that this is how you're loving them. And when you give up on people after 3 or 4 no response cricket experiences, you are communicating to them that you didn't care enough about them to keep going. Get them in Teamzy. Put them on the follow-ups list. Keep them on the follow-ups list. Keep following up. I had people coming in 8 months, 10 months, 12 months later that were rock stars when they finally got there. And they were like, you're amazing. Can't believe you stayed in touch with me like that. You know what? I didn't think about them. They came up, when I did my power hour, when they were due on my follow-ups list, I just sent them the next message and I moved on. I didn't spend any time thinking or worrying about people. When you do Teamzy for just a few days, the way I just showed you, you're going to be busy talking to people. Some of you are going to go, Eric, I'm overwhelmed with conversations. You don't have to spend time worrying. You're going to be busy doing stuff. Make sense? Okay. So let me give you a couple action steps. So in the end, I guess what I'll do real quick is just show you how to do this. So let's say Jay signs up for my team, right? Here's how I'm going to move her over on my team real quick. First thing I'll do is I'll go to her record again and I'll click on sale and I'll just log that she came in at whatever. Usually you'll just have a couple choices. She came in, let's say she came in as a distributor. So I'll log that as distributor kit. And then I'm going to move her member type from prospect over to distributor and then personally sponsored. Okay. So now she's on my team. Simple. Okay. So let me give you a couple action steps and then I'll do Q&A. If you've got questions, load them in. We'll attack those in a second. Couple action steps for you guys. All right. First off, go get your 30-day free trial. Start it at teamzy.com if you have not already done that. If you're in a free trial, set up your subscription now so you don't miss a beat. When your trial's over, you will not get billed until your 30 days is up. Okay. Even if today's day 1 and you're like, I'm in, I want to prepay a year. Great. We won't actually take your money for 30 days until your 30 days is up. The system will wait. So you get all that free time. Okay. But go ahead and set it up now so you don't miss a beat. The second thing I recommend you do is get a success partner, a 30-day success partner to do the trial with you. Hold each other accountable. Say, hey, let's do this together. Let's make sure we do it. And what I recommend you do is, set some goals together, set up a Zoom, set some goals together, what you're going to do in 30 days. Share what your dashboard goals are based on your income goal. And then each day, take a screenshot of Teamzy when you've completed your dashboard and message it over to your partner. Okay. Because one of you will do it and the other one won't have. It happens all the time that way. And that will motivate you when you get that message to just bust it out, pull your phone out and get it done. Okay. If you don't have time, an hour to set aside in the day, do it in 5-10 minute increments. Whenever you can pull your phone out, message a couple people. The last action step I'm going to give you is my 5-day challenge. My challenge is for you to connect with 100 people in 5 days. That's 20 a day. That's what I demonstrated today about 20 a day. I want you to do it 5 days in a row. Like, whatever. If you work Monday to Friday, great. Start on Monday and do it every day till Friday. Because what I want you to experience is how much ridiculous momentum you can create in your business in just 5 days. How many of you are ready to have momentum 5 days from now? Take the challenge. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be blown away at what you can create. Just connecting with people, just sending that connect number 1 with people. You'll be blown away what happens. So get after those action steps. All right, let's do some Q&A real quick. Let me get in here and see what we got. Kelly says, I've been doing this about 6 weeks, MLM for 2 years. Love this program, but when and how do I transition to the product itself? Okay. Well, if you've been in Teamzy for 6 weeks, Kelly, you must be, I misunderstood your question. You're already subscribing to Teamzy. You want to know, how do you transition your conversation to the product? Is that the question? Just pop in there, just throw it up there in the Q&A if that's what you're asking. How do you transition the conversation to the product? Okay, we'll come back to that one in a second. Amanda says, if we have imported, I'm going to say that's imported. If we have imported our Facebook friend list to Teamzy, what do we do with new friends that request us? Add them individually, or can we upload the list and it will just ignore the ones that have already imported? So Amanda, you can, the best thing to do is add them individually as they come. And that's easy to do. I'll show you how to do it. But yes, you can also do another bulk import of Facebook down the road, and it will ignore the ones you've already imported. It will only bring the new people in. So let me jump over here real quick. Where'd it go? Here it is. So you're on Teamzy, and see this little add contact button that's on every screen? You just click that, okay? And you just add the person in. Super easy, okay? If you have a Facebook friend tag, then you can add it. That's where boom, Facebook friend, whatever. You got it? Okay, so that's how easy it is. Now, of course, you can go to add contact, click bulk import, and import your full Facebook list again if that's what you want to do. However, here's the thing that I want you to know, Amanda, is when you put them in one by one, you get credit on your dashboard for those of you who want to get that 100%. So there's a good reason to do that. All right, did Kelly come back yet to clarify the question? No, okay. Amanda says, oh, it's Amanda again. Amanda, you're my question star. If we have imported, wait, didn't I just do that one? That one's done. I've been committed for the last 3 days and it always says I'm like 90% done. Even though I completed my prospect, customers, artists, what am I missing? So what you're probably missing, Amanda, is either the ads or the invites. Okay? You got to get the ads and the invites done. If those goals are too high for you, you can change those goals by clicking Edit Daily Goals right here. Still sharing, right? You go past the set income goal, and then you can change those numbers. Let's say you want it to be 2 instead of 3, right? You can change those numbers. I have them defaulted at 3 because I think that if you're really aggressively trying to build your business, that should be your goal. But you can change those. Okay, let's see here. Carrie says scout and seller. That's awesome. I did a great team call with you guys last week. It's kind of neat. Have you guys heard of Scout and Cellar? Everyone else is on the call. They do like clean wines that don't have any additives, so you don't get hangovers. And they find all the wineries that make wine that way. It's kind of cool. Annabeth says, do you use your power hour to respond to those you've already messaged? Example, today I send a message and they respond in an hour. Do I respond then or wait until my next power hour? I hope that makes sense. Okay, that's a great question, Amy Beth. Here is, I'm sorry I said your name wrong a minute ago. I was in a rush. Amy Beth. Here's what I recommend. When I started this, people started messaging me and I was like on my phone constantly. How many of you guys can relate to that? You're always on your phone. Your spouse is like, dude. My spouse was like, what do you teach your clients? Remember, I'm a business coach. She goes, what's the first thing you teach your clients to do? I'm like, time blocking. She's like, yeah, you need a time block. So what time blocking means is setting aside time specifically for the important stuff. So the power hour is a time block. What I would recommend you do, Amy Beth, is have a couple of times in your day where you're just going to respond to messages. Okay. So when I started my business, I had an 8 to 5 job plus my kids, whatever. So I would do my power hour at like 5 a.m. Send all those messages out. And then I had a half of my lunch break where I would respond to messages. And then I had another hour in the evening, between 8 and 9 after I had small kids at the time. When the kids were in bed, I would message people. And that kept it really contained so that I could have a normal life. Does that make sense? So maybe set aside a couple of times. Now, if you get done in your power hour, like you're done in 20 minutes doing everything that you need to do proactively and you've got time set aside, go ahead and start having conversations. Does it make sense? But you will definitely pull your hair out if you don't time block a few times a day to do that. When I got to a point after about 3 months where I could leave my career and come home full time, then I had like 3 power hours scheduled in my day. So when you get to that point, you can do that. All right. Rachel says, does Teamzy have access to our contact list, and does Teamzy advertise to our list? Absolutely not. Rachel, if we did that once, we'd be out of business. So just so you can feel good about it, you can go to our privacy policy and our terms of service on our homepage in the footer, and you can see all the legalese on how we protect your data. But what you need to understand is the data that you put in Teamzy belongs to you, not us. We do have access to it so that we can serve you if you have customer service issues and things like that. But you can rest assured that everybody who works for Teamzy is bound legally to never use or contact any of the people in your list without your explicit permission. Okay? So just so you know, and it's all legally in there. We've worked with the compliance departments of a dozen or so major network marketing companies to make sure that we've got everything in line so they can feel confident allowing you guys to use it. And we've recently received full endorsement from the Juice Plus company, which is top 20 company. So we've been through the ringer with all the legalese. So I want you to know, Rachel, you can feel good about that. But if you have more questions on it, you can go get it yourself from the privacy policy, just so you know what's going on there. Okay, good. So circling back to Kelly's, maybe she popped off the call. I think what her question was, how do I transition to talking about the product itself? Okay, and this is like a full-length conversation. I actually did a 7-part training on how to transition a conversation from the hello all the way through to the close. It's in Teamzy University. It's a course you could purchase, because this is a process that it's not that intuitive to everybody. But the most important thing I want you guys to do is what I mentioned before, which is try, if you're having a great conversation, try to share what you do and why you're passionate about it. Try to share what you do and why you're passionate about it. Share the mission you're on. The mission, like, the Blues Brothers, like, we're on a mission from God. Like, you need to be on a mission from God. Like, I'm on a mission. I'm building this business. I'm helping people. I'm lifting people up. This is my mission. It's not really about the products. The products are part of the story, right? And when someone's interested in learning more, then what you need to do is ask a lot of questions. So without going off on too big a tangent, I'm looking at my clock because I could go off on an hour on this topic. This is what people do in this business, which drives me crazy. Eric, would you like to learn more about what I'm doing? Yeah, I think I would. Great. I'm going to send you a video. Bloop. Video? You didn't even ask me what I need to know about. How do you know that's the right video? What a waste. What a waste to get me to this point where I'm interested and then send me a video. Are you insane? Look, if you called your doctor's office and said, I'm not feeling well, I need to talk to the doctor. Let's say you're talking to the nurse practitioner. I'm not feeling well, I need to talk to the doctor. What is the first thing the nurse asks? What are your symptoms? No. That's what you should do. Well, what do you need? What's going on in your life? Where are you struggling? But instead what we do is we would say, well, I'm going to send you an email that has a list of all of the medications that this office prescribes, and a little intro video on why these medications are awesome. Take a look at that. Tell me what you're interested in learning more about. Like, what? You got to prescribe a solution for people. So the question is, how do I talk about my product? You need to prescribe the solution for their problem. And if you don't know this problem, you need to talk to them more. Ask them questions. Find out what the problem is, and if you can solve it for them, and then make the recommendation. Based on what you're saying, you should do this, 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 and this. Right? Yeah, I was doing Beachbody, so I was dealing with health. You've got high blood pressure. This is what we need to do. You've got bad knees. Okay, great. Here's your workout program that you're going to do. Here's the nutritional program I'm going to put you on. And then here is the nutritional supplements you're going to order for me. I'll put it all together for you, bundle it, send you the link. Great. If you're unique, we got unique. Didn't I see Mascara Beauty on here too? So I got 2 people selling beauty. What's your problem? Your nose is too big? Okay. So I'm gonna send you a link to a video that I did. I've got a big nose too. So let me just show you. There's some shading techniques. I'm going to show you the products that you need, and I've got a video on how to do it. I'm going to send it over to you. That's going to solve your problem. Does this make sense? Find out what their problem is. And then you give them the product. Then it's a no-brainer. This is the product you need. Okay. I could give you a million examples of real life businesses. You have your car breaks, you go to the mechanic. He doesn't ask you which products you're interested in. He says, hey, you need a new alternator. This is going to solve the problem you're having. I can get it for you. Are you guys with me? Okay, I think we overthink. Okay, so let's see here. Crystal, last question. This is the last question, then I'm going to bless you guys, send you on your way. Spending time on people who reply with 1 or 2 words and don't engage in conversation. Not answering questions, giving thumbs up. Is it still worth sending follow-ups after 4 attempts? Okay, great question. First thing I want to say is, Crystal, have you ranked your people? Have you gone through and ranked? Do you have 4 and 5-star people in your system? First question. Because if you haven't, you could be spending a lot of time with the 3-star people. So you're going to have a lot of people on your list that are like this, that are not that engaged right now. You want to make sure that you've ranked people so that the people who trust you the most are the ones you're talking to first, because you need to generate income now as you're building up those other relationships. But I'm going to tell you a story about this guy, Mike. So it's a great story. This guy, Mike, I knew him casually from my old career. He was a client of my company, but not coached personally by me. So we knew of each other. Somehow we became Facebook friends. And so he came up on my list and I messaged him and he didn't respond. He was a 3-star, so he showed up every 3 months. 3 months later, he came up on my list. I messaged him again, no response. 3 months later, it comes up again. I'm thinking like Crystal, should I bother? I messaged him again. Okay. 3 months later, he comes up again. No response, by the way. Now it's been a year. I message him again. Comes up again. It's a year and 3 months. I messaged him. He responds. Sorry, I never responded to any of your messages. I've been watching you though, and I'm interested in joining the team. Here's what I want. The products that I've already been to your website. This is the package I want. This is what I want to start working on with you. Can we set up a call this week to discuss? Cool. The key to this is, Crystal, is don't spend much time on them. Spend a few seconds, send them the message and don't worry about it. If the conversation fizzles, fine. When they, over time, a lot of those people will warm up to talking to you when they see that you really care enough to keep coming back. Does that make sense? But first start with your warmest people and work out, and then just keep going past those. And sometimes the conversation, doesn't get that far, but they will probably start seeing you on Facebook and Instagram, things like that, and getting more engaged at their own pace, if that makes sense. Okay. So hopefully that was really helpful tonight. I hope you guys got a lot of nuggets that you can apply in your business. I'm honored that you're here. We're honored that you're looking at joining our Teamzy family. We hope you will join us. God bless you all. Have a great night. Talk to you soon.